It's the NFL on EA Sports, where London will play host to a different kind of football. It's the Dolphins and the Dreadnoughts, and it's coming up next.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to one of the great cities of the world, London, England.
Alongside my partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you look at the Londoners as they get ready here. They've got to be pleased with the start to this season. Obviously, a perfect 3-0.
3 good quality wins, too. It's got people in the locker room excited. They're thinking that this could be their year.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Dolphins, they were losers their last time out. They're going to try to get back in the win column, but obviously they're going to have to do that in a hostile environment.
And sometimes it actually works to your advantage. Now you've got to band together your team, the us against the world mentality. Let's see if they can use it and get a victory.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Here is Tua Tagovailoa heading out to lead this Miami offense.
And last week's loss came despite a clean game on his end, throwing the ball with 2 touchdowns and 0 interceptions. His job this week is simple. Do it again. Continue to avoid turnovers and hope that what sunk them last week resolves itself this time around.
Play action. Now it's Tua.
He'll dump this off to Achane.
Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down.
When you look at this defense,
it's quite a unit, that's for sure. Number 1 in the NFL against the pass.
And the easy thought process is that stopping the run is the least of their problems because they're facing the number 1 passing team in the NFL. But if they don't stop the run as well, then that just opens up the passing game even more. They've got to do both.
So give them 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And this will wind up being a 3rd and 3.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Now Tua.
He'll get this into the hands of the rookie from Texas. Down to the 10.
And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season.
And the Dolphins march right down the field in 3 plays to claim the early advantage.
So on 3rd and medium, they dial up the pass, and it works to hit the end zone.
And it's really not a surprise to me. That's a throwing down in the NFL because of how tough it is to run the football. But what offenses like to do is still show run formations to make them respect it and throw out of those. In this case, they took a nice shot at the end zone and made it pay off.
The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
So out comes this offense to take over for the first time.
They're led by their quarterback from the University of Alabama, Mac Jones.
Mac Jones absolutely believed in himself coming out of high school. Went to Alabama despite the fact there are many high-profile quarterbacks already on the roster and blossomed into a Heisman Trophy candidate in his final season with 41 touchdowns and only 4 interceptions. Steady, consistent as a passer, doesn't have the biggest cannon for an arm, but can stretch the field and lay those passes in on the deep ball.
And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. Well, look there at his numbers on the ground a week ago. North of 100 yards, the 2 scores. And, you know, you got to give a lot of credit to the O-line. We talked a lot about him, but offensive line was good too.
They're obviously in sync with each other, whether it's zone blocking, power running game, no matter what. He understands how to read them and find the creases that they provide.
A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. And what they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. Up the middle they go. Elam, and he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that 2nd down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
Right back to him on first down. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. Second down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
That's good for a first down, his second catch of the opening drive. Now a handoff up the middle. Elam, and he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there, second down. Now Jones. Open man is Myers. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Throwing Jones. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good, and this will stay at a 7-point game. So an 8-play drive gets them down there, but play number 9, that winds up a missed field goal.
And they definitely moved the ball well. That's a drive where you hate to come away with nothing.
Good starting field position for the Dolphins as they have it 1st and 10 at their own 44. Here's Tua. He's got Thompson here, complete. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Second down and a yard. In motion, Hill. Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And he's got this down to the 35. Give him 12 yards there, and the Dolphins have a first down. Tua sets up to pass it. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. Maybe anticipating a blitz, and they jumped.
Yeah, and if we saw it, you know that they saw it. The bad guys might have been coming on that play. Had to pick them up, and they jumped.
They were looking good on second down, but now they're backed up 5 yards by the false start, and it's 2nd and 8. They fake the handoff. Now Tua. They'll swing this out wide. Here's Achane. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. It's Dolphins football here as we begin the second quarter. As they've got it with a 1st and 10. Off a play action. Tagovailoa. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that'll bring up second down.
Well, this has certainly been a nice drive with the way they've spread the football around. Here, they even get the fullback involved in the passing game. That's got to cause a lot of consternation on the defensive side. You've got to cover him, too. That makes things really difficult.
Eluding, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
So now after the sack, Tua and the Dolphins staring at a 3rd and long. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Smart move to throw that one away. You're in field goal range, so you definitely don't want to be loose with the ball. And that's great work by this defense to force a 4th down.
York able to send this one through, and the Dolphins will add on to their lead.
So another scoring drive there, Charles, and an early 2-score lead.
You'd like the 6 there, partner, but you'll take the 3, and I think they have to be happy about the way they moved the ball in these first 2 drives. They have to feel good about their opportunities the rest of the game.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
Throwing to start the drive. Jones.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
That's for the Notre Dame man, Michael Mayer.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 44-yard line. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Here we go, get set.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Open man right side, Myers. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Back to throw again.
It's Myers again with another catch.
And he's got another 1st down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 30. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. They'll run on 1st down. Elam might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Here we go, 11.
Operating from the gun, Jones. That's complete into the hands of Myers. And he's got another 1st down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 18.
Well, they have not been shy about looking his way in this first half. That's already 7 catches for him now, and we've yet to hit halftime. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Here we go,
Looking to throw. Jones. He finds his man, complete. It's Myers. So the completion good for 7 there, and it's 2nd down. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score.
Here's 2nd and 3.
Up the middle they go. Elam, and he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he gets into the end zone for the touchdown.
Michael Mayer.
His first touchdown on the year.
And the Dreadnoughts are back within a score.
The big fella was the recipient there for that touchdown pass, and it seems like more and more the tight end is the guy you have to worry about most in the passing game.
Now for the extra point, Daniel Carlson. And they're back within a field goal. It's 10-7 now. That one in the books as a 12-play drive.
And it was finished off by a Michael Mayer touchdown grab. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
The Dolphins offense now heads back on the field. And still plenty of time remaining here in the half, more than a minute. And we'll see if they just want to protect that lead or try to add on to it.
Well, with as much time as is left on the clock, I would imagine it would be the latter. I think they're going to try and add on to it. So what they're going to tell the team is very simply, if you can get out of bounds after making a play down.
And he coughed it up. And this is picked up by the defense. Obviously, you got to hold on to the football, but I've got to give credit to the defense there. Good job of knocking it free.
Yeah, because a lot of the time we just blame the offensive players for not taking care of it. How about the effort of the defensive players knowing that guys are going to, and if they're good, anticipate the contact coming and try and cover up the football. And they still find ways to knock it free.
London about set to take over on offense. And now they start in plus territory following that turnover as they'll try to get some points here before halftime.
21, 21, 21. Here's that.
Jones now. Following the fumble recovery, he'll throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Myers. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Here we go, get set.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete.
And that's where you want to use your big tight end. Let him use his size and frame to go up and get the deep ball in the end zone. But that time, they couldn't connect.
A short throw, and that's hauled in by Mayer.
They'll head out of bounds inside the 10, mark him down at the 9. That puts him in excellent position, first and goal after a gain of 19. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he's going to ball his way down to about the 1 yard line. A good run, 8 yards there, and it'll be second and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. A great play there.
His third rushing touchdown on the year. And the Dreadnoughts will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. That could be an important swing right there. Touchdown in the final minute of the half to take the lead.
And I like the point you just made there. Could be an important swing because now that they have the lead, if they can carry that into the locker room at the half, they'll feel really good about what they accomplished in the first 2 quarters.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead is now 14-10. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Unable to corral him, he fights through.
And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. And the Dolphins with one final possession here in this first half.
And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find
to a hit, and the ball is out.
And this will be scooped up by the defense. And they'll have a short field to work with inside the 15 at the 13-yard line.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last 2, I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? When they stop fumbling?
When they stop fumbling and after he's assessed the game film, and only if they manage to win the game.
Now another timeout called for by the offense as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room.
Omaha.
Here's Jones. A final shot before break.
That one thrown away from the pocket. The officials kind of looking at each other, but they'll say there was a receiver in the area, so no penalty, just an incomplete pass.
So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. Carlson able to put this one through, and that will do it for this first half. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As it's time now to send you back stateside to Orlando, Florida, and check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Hi again, everybody. Let's get you caught up with what's going on around the NFL as we close out the first quarter of this season. We'll start over at Raymond James Stadium
And we'll jump right over halftime and keep the game going here in Week 4. Second half kickoff ready to go.
Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. As they say here in London, all to play for as we are back underway in the second half.
And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. And this offense ready to go to begin this third quarter. Hey, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
Zadarius Smith able to get him down.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on first down, because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on second.
And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense, and guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 42-yard line. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So apparently some grabbing of the jersey there on the O-line.
Yeah, just look in the interior, and that's where the penalty occurred.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Now a handoff up the middle. Elam, and he's across midfield and into Miami territory.
Jordan Brooks on the tackle.
Here we go, get set.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Jones, he'll rifle this one deep right side. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Here's A.J. Cole now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback.
The Dolphins offense and Tua Tagovailoa headed back out onto the field.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Now they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
Now a 3rd and 6.
Tagovailoa working out of the gun.
That is caught, finding room at midfield. Down the left sideline.
And finally taken down at the 20-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 56 yards.
44, ready.
Waddle, the motion man, right. They'll run on first down with Wright.
And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4.
Now a 2nd and 6.
Slot man moves right.
Tua going to tap this forward on the jet sweep.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
Here is 3rd and 5.
Looking to pass. Tua.
To the sideline and incomplete.
They've got to give out a little applause on that play. It has to go to the defense. More good work by them. They've taken away the passing lanes all game long, and you can see the frustration that it's causing. because he just about threw that one into the first row.
Well, in a close game like this, obviously you want the touchdown, but certainly they will take the 3.
And they'll be okay with that, but let's throw a little credit to the defense as well. I'm just glad this doesn't come down to a debate, right? Which side won, partner? Because the defense, hey, we didn't give up a touchdown. The offense, hey, we put 3 on the board. Either way you look at it, I think both sides gained something out of that drive.
And he won't quite make it to the 25. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still they've got the lead here, and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming. A short throw, and that's hauled in by Mayer.
And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down. Operating from the gun, Jones. He finds his man, complete. It's Myers. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
2nd and a couple.
Back to throw. Jones. Flush to his right. Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a 1st down.
He's been patient this entire game, waiting for the perfect moment to surprise them with a quarterback keeper. There he catches him off guard and converts his first rush of the game into a 1st down. Gotta love that efficiency.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it, and it's 2nd down.
Operating from the gun, Jones.
A short throw, and that's hauled in by Mayer.
Yeah, he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a 1st down.
Welcome back now here in London. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Jones. He finds his man, complete. It's Myers. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line.
You take a look at his receiving numbers so far. He's been terrific. Up over 100 yards now for the game.
Again, he'll drop to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Myers. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. It's 2nd and goal, but now all the way back at the 14. Another try after the 1st down sack. Jones, that's complete right around the 8. And he's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Operating from the gun, Jones.
It gets it right back to Mayer.
And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. The kick by Carlson is good, and that'll make this a 7-point game.
So that gets him a little bit of breathing room, but not much. And you have to think back to the field goal that he missed earlier. This would be a 2-score game right now if he had converted then.
And if you and I are thinking about it, you know he is as well, because in the back of his mind, he's thinking, I hope I get one more shot in an important spot. He just made that one. He wants one more later to truly make up for the earlier miss.
And a nifty return there all the way across the 40.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Oh, one of the linebackers has got it.
And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. The pocket collapsed around him. I know we talk about it a lot, but a QB has to.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes? So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble.
On play action, here's Tua.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down.
Going to the air, Tagovailoa.
He's got it complete to Thompson.
Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that's going to bring up a fourth down. The Dolphins will send out the punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. So a change of possession here on the punt.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
They'll start this drive out on the ground.
And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down.
11-11.
Myers in motion right. Now a fake on the jet sweep. And they'll instead run up the middle.
And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. Now 3rd down is looming. A pickup of 2 on 1st down and just 1 yard there. Back to throw. Jones. He finds his man, complete. That's Myers.
And he will not make it to that imaginary yellow line as they get him to the ground at about the 23.
His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good.
Watch out for Hill on the return.
It's a 47-yard punt, return of 6. And it'll be Dolphin football.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And they have had their problems moving the ball through the air as we take you through some of the action from earlier. This secondary has played about as... They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
In motion, Hill. Play action, now it's Tua. He finds his man, complete. It's Thompson.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game.
So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. Here's Tua. Throw caught by Achane.
And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line.
Here's 1st down.
Now a timeout called for by the offense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
Tua. Now Achane on 1st and 10.
And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Throwing Tua. Able to find the open man. That's complete.
Touchdown, Dolphins. Tyreek Hill. A 9-yard touchdown grab.
And the Dolphins are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes.
Well, the hard part's done. Now they just need to split the posts, tie it up, but then their defense is going to have to hold up to send it to overtime.
Yeah, no matter what. I know there's an inclination in it when you have momentum to go for 2 here, but if you miss it, you don't give your defense a chance at all.
Plus, been a good game. I want to see overtime. I'm selfish.
You obviously don't have a flight to catch.
Tomorrow. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good, and we are tied here in the 4th quarter.
Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the fourth as the kick's away. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. Here's 1st and 10.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line.
He gets this to Myers.
And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9.
And his fine first half of the season continues. That is his 50th catch already. Well on his way to the century mark and perhaps even significantly beat.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
Well, here's a big one. You can just feel it. This is 3rd down now. Jones.
And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away.
Here's Hill on the return.
That'll be a 47-yard punt, officially 5 on the return. And control of the football switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And Charles, obviously not much time left. I'm curious to see if there's enough for them to get into field goal range and try to win this thing.
And partner, you and I both know the safe calls to kneel and just take it into overtime. But it's also very tough to pass up a chance to win it right now as well. But remember, if you do attempt that, it's got to be a big play downfield and still leave yourself enough time to get your field goal unit out there and kick for the win.
And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
Well, 4 quarters couldn't decide things, so it's on to overtime here as the kick is away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. London about set to take over on offense. All set up for him right now, Charles. Opening possession of overtime. They've got the football. They also obviously have this home crowd behind them in a big way.
They get that extra energy from them, but they've got to be careful not to let that adrenaline get away from them and play too fast or create errors of their own making. Use that energy, embrace it, but make sure they channel it the right way. They've got a chance to go downfield, score a touchdown, and end this game.
They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up.
Jones, first throw of overtime here.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Well, their defense did its job. Now they're going to get the football with a chance to win it.
And it feels like they ran out on the field, and right before they did, they told the offense, don't worry about this. We got you. Okay, we got the situation under control. We'll get it back for you for a chance to win the game. And, boy, they did it well.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. First throw of the OT session for Tua. And he can't escape, and down he goes.
Nick Bosa picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Next score wins, but remember, this will be a tie if the period ends with no scoring as they work on 2nd down.
All right, what can Tua do now with his drive in OT? It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. 2 yards on the pickup there. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
Solo, let's
Tua sets up to pass it. And that is incomplete. The defense does its job. Now they're going to get the ball here in overtime with a chance to win it.
Major league kudos to them, because to get the ball back in this spot, everything was on them. It had to happen, and they pulled it off. They'll get it back for their offense with a chance to win.
It's a 45-yard punt, just a 1-yard return. And out will come the offense as they take over. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. Second down.
Got it here at the 29 on 2nd and 8.
Throwing Jones. And it's knocked away and incomplete. You know they're going to be looking his way in overtime. He's had a fantastic game, but unable to hook up there.
And how many times do we see this situation where they actually complete that pass and you wonder to yourself, how do you let him get open? How do you not know they're going to go to him? He's a big play guy. In this case, they defended it well and knocked it away. And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Here we go, here we go.
On first down, Elam, and just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Jones. Open man is Myers. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 43. Up the middle they go. Elam, and he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now. Hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
This will be the 8th play of the drive, and it's 3rd and inches. They'll keep it on the ground. Elam, and he gets it to the 32, good enough for a first down. Now a handoff up the middle. Elam, and not much running room. Down to the 32. Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphin shaken up on the play.
Now 2nd and 9.
Up the middle they go. Elam. And he will cross the 30 down to the 29-yard line.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
And with just 2 seconds remaining, the timeout is called here in OT. What pressure as this thing all rests on the foot of Daniel Carlson. This to win it in overtime. And he got it. The kick is good in overtime. He's able to split the uprights. And this home crowd is in a frenzy as their guys have pulled it out in the end.
But, Charles, a very simple mission anytime that you play on your home turf, and that is to defend your home turf. And today, that mission was accomplished.
Look, every offseason, every preseason, the head coach goes in front of the team and says, the mission for the season, defend our home field every time, split on the road, and we'll be in the playoffs. That's why defending the home field is vital.
So for London, hey, they finish a perfect month of September as they move to 4-0 on the new campaign. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for the Dolphins, they'll fall back to 500 at 2-2. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Lambeau to take on the Packers.